Just a quick video on some natural science and how basically your whole symbiotic soul body organic technology is through the primary elements, being water, earth, air, fire and the orgone. Otherwise, basically the and basically we're meant to control and be nature Australian, not rather control in the sense of maintain and evolve the consciousness that is the whole of organic omniversal nature. And we're meant to do it from all of these ley line, songline sort of energy centres on the earth, on its geographical surface, where they've now built basically all these old, what's classed as Tartarian sort of energy centres, where basically they would pimp our instincts to basically steal all the energy in the environment when you basically pray sort of false imaginary gods that are images of real living co-creators like ourselves in the past, to basically to forge these fiction-derived and made real sort of energy vampires that basically don't even exist anymore. It's just all an AI program, astral programs, etheric programs, Ori programs that work through the actual Wi-Fi, the actual 5 the millimetre waves itself. And that's on a scalar and microwave level. It's all pretty dirty electrical invert sort of stuff. And every time people go to like a Christian church or Islamic mosque or any sort of even Buddhist or meditative Hindu sort of place of worship that are on these lines, they're just pimping your instincts to basically get you to blindly drop it down into drop down energy that's electrical energy, that's emotion based energy, ecclesiastical motion energy, that these vampire cannibals basically sort of rule the realms that are actually fallen Magyar children from the original world of sea. So that's actually what's going on energetically wise. And unless you're conscious of this, they're going to pimp your instincts. It's like it's, what was it? It wasn't Freud, not that cocaine riddle idiot, but Jung. He said, unless you make the unconscious conscious, you'll call it fate and you'll let it rule you. And what he's saying, your unconscious is actually your gut instinct, feel radar, knowing that your navigation to get through all of this living and breathing life, just the same as the rest of living and breathing nature. It's organic. And there's a lot of non-hybrid sort of us and nature as well being forged as this Kabbalah sort of inorganic sort of fractal dagger, cheap and nasty etheric photocopier, that basically scans with sacred geometry, sort of inorganic kindergarten shapes of harm and points of harm and all that sort of thing. Think compass-drawn circles that are symmetrical, don't occur in nature, same as squares, triangles, pyramids, all that sort of thing. All it is a cheap and nasty scanning device to basically then make a copy and then pervert the image in even a more degraded sort of reality fabric sort of way. So this is what's going on. Unless you take your sovereignty back through your soul, your gut instinct, and make it conscious to your brain intellect without becoming brain intellect orientated, you've got to basically, to get into this, you've got to be pure in your intention and your honesty and your transparency in doing stuff. But when you're dealing with these shifty sort of star rats that are basically Rothschild's chosen sort of murderers in the most sort of despicable and unconscionable way that's beyond words, to be their toy soldiers, to basically bring in this sort of technocratic sort of human cyborg hybrid sort of nightmare that basically is a humongous replacement history sort of agenda to basically identity hijack the original Magyar core seed family of all peoples. That's what Magyar means in its most simple sense. Otherwise you couldn't fill enough encyclopedias to basically express in this language the depth and width all of the tangible textures of what that field radar consciously, fluidly, intelligently means. So there you pretty much have it. Just a quick video from me while I'm still in incarceration, sort of being poisoned, force medicated against the Geneva Convention and also the Australian Constitution, federal laws. Anyway, I've talked enough about that on my Facebook post. You can go and read about that if you want. And in the meantime, stay well, stay soul-centered.